What's up? It's your boy Carcino here, and let's talk about the movie Southpaw. Southpaw was, to me, I think it was more gripping than I expected. A lot of people are comparing it to Rocky and the first Rocky. It's a different era, it's a different time, but it's like a mixture of Rocky. Because this starts off with a fighter who's 43-0, he's got millions of dollars, successful, and then his world starts crumbling. So this starts off at Rocky Rocky like 5, and then goes into a new beginning for Rocky. So if you was gonna compare it to Rocky, you would compare it to Rocky 5, then it goes to Rocky 1 again. And what it's about is about a fighter who goes through something tragic in his life, and the fact that he had issues he had never dealt with, even when he was making all of the money. But when you're making money, these things get pushed to the side, and only the closest people to you seem to point it out. But when you're making a lot of money, you're not going to want to hear it. But those issues become more realistic once tragedy and things start happening. And as you see the film takes direction, you're so drawn into every character in there. Every character is just so flawed, and there's a lot of tragedy. Sometimes I think it was a bit too much tragedy to bring people together, and I felt they didn't really need to go that route. You have a kind of undeveloped character that ends up being nothing in the film. It just kind of, I would have probably cut that out. I would have probably cut those scenes out if it wasn't going to have any real development in the film. But that's very small. This film is a great movie. Jake Gyllenhaal, he's already proved he can hit those depths that you need him to hit with emotional scenes. Him and Keanu Reeves are some of the best at hitting those notes. Forrest Whitaker, probably Best Supporting Actor nomination, should win it. Especially for this role here. He really played his part to the T. He was funny when he needed to be, but he's one of the most natural actors in Hollywood, probably in history. It's so rare how he goes into a character and they pull it out of him. You know what I'm saying? They get it to pull out of him, and you see him very vulnerable in a lot of roles. And he could be tough. He could be wise. He could be funny. He can put himself naturally in every situation and fit it to the T. And that's what he does for this movie. He fits the movie the way it needs to be, and he blends it. 50 Cent did a great job playing the role that basically he was already involved in, being a boxing manager of Jake Gyllenhaal's character. And it shows, how he separates personal and business, even though he mixes the two together to make business. To where the fighter doesn't know if he's family, is he friends, if he doesn't know. He doesn't really know. But one thing they do know is business. So, on that note, this movie is, I'm saying that it's tops. It's too, I have to really go back to scale movies to say if it's the best movie of the year. But probably at the show right now, it's definitely one of the best movies at the show right now. I think that's fair to say. It's one of the best movies at the show right now. That and Trainwreck, love them both. But I'm out.